if you'd be so kind, tell us who you are and what brings you to the gathering.
Sure, I'm Brenna, cousin and Glada, and I live at New Hope Catholic Worker Farm. I'm at the gathering because this is like a big...
New Hope is in Dubuque.
It's in outside of Dubuque,
Yes.
Iowa, just south of Dubuque.
Yeah.
We have 4 families living there, so it's my husband and I, and then 3 other families with, there's 8 adults and 6 children. Try to grow most of what we can eat and try to live as 4 families, sharing as much as we can.
How long have you been at New Hope?
I'm the youngest member. I've been there almost 3 years, and but the community's been there for about 10 years.
Cool, cool. So there was a big meeting this morning here at the retreat about the future, because it's been held in Sugar Creek, Iowa for some 30 years. And this is the first year that it is not there, the Midwest Catholic Worker Gathering. So at that meeting, can you give us a sum up of what happened, what some of the ideas were, and what came about?
Sure. Sounded like people really appreciated all of the work the St. Louis community hosted this year, and they had lots of work to do because they had to find a new space in a really short emergency period of time, because Sugar Creek Retreat Center had some fire code safety issues that came up and couldn't host us. So St. Louis found this place, Great Oaks, Illinois, and it's fantastic. It was a lot more expensive than we would have want to pay yearly.
What was the cost?
$2,500 this year, and Sugar Creek was $150.
A slight difference.
It's a huge difference. Yeah, Sugar Creek was more like a token amount, and
barely paid for the electric and water, right?
Basically, and I think what I heard is in the past, Sugar Creek we've raised so much money for Sugar Creek that we've gotten to send communities who need money home with extra money, and this year we just barely covered the $2,500. It took a lot. So we're hoping next year, it sounds like we're hoping to go try another place, because even if Sugar Creek, we're not sure if they're going to fix their fire code, and so we're not even sure if we can go back. But even if we can, there was some concern that now that the Midwest Gathering is getting so large, there's up like 200 of us, that if it were to rain or something, the Sugar Creek building's too small for us, and that actually would be a fire safety hazard. So there are other possibilities of places that the St. Louis community did seek out this year, but they just happened to be booked for this weekend. But now that we have a year to plan, we're going to look for another place, and then maybe instead of putting all of the hosting work on just one community, we might get volunteers from different communities who are willing to take on different parts of the organizing.
Sure. Yeah. Well, it changes things a little bit, but there could be some unique positive outcomes of those changes as well, such as, some people, for instance, this year the Chicago people didn't have to travel as far, and so people, different areas taking turns might be nice, as well as to see different geographies, different setups, and so on.
Different sites. There's a little sadness. I think a lot of the kids who we all thought would have a better time this year because there were so many activities, they actually really miss Sugar Creek because it's like a home to them. It's something I think people are really connected to tradition and love tradition and knowing what to expect. It's just the circumstances. We seem to be growing bigger than Sugar Creek, and also Sugar Creek, we don't know if they can take us anymore. So it's kind of an exciting time to explore.
Yeah, changes can be hard for old people, even for young people, right? Yeah. Well, great. So how do you sum the whole event up? I mean, you also worked hard, and just took you out of the kitchen where you were cleaning and wrapping things up.
Yeah, it was great. I arrived. I didn't do any work until this morning. I was glad that other people volunteered for earlier in the weekend. I got to see people. I got to talk about important issues. I got to sleep. I got to relax and laugh. The skits were so funny last night. And then this morning I felt refreshed and ready to do my part in it.
I'm even more privileged. I got a massage by a professional student that's becoming a masseuse.
Can you tell me who that person is?
I think she's left already. So yeah. So anyway, so you missed out on that. Well, great. Well, I'd love to go visit you sometime up at New Hope. I've been meaning to do that, but just haven't quite made it there.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. We
Great.
love visitors.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'd love to come up there too. I thank you for your time.
Thanks, Maura.
Great, thank you.